People may not really get that they're grieving right now.
It's not a choice. So that messaging out there too, that's like high vibe and positive, and yes, I get it, right? But this is a body reaction. It's in your nervous system. When you're grieving a loss, so it can be a loss of a job, or just even a loss of say, like not going on a trip that you were planning, or missing your friends, or whatever it is. Okay. It needs to be acknowledged, and we all have different ways of how we're going to respond to grief. And when you're experiencing a new loss, all the stuff that needs still to be tended to from an old loss will come to the surface again. Right? Because it's not just one loss. Sometimes it can be a layering of losses. Or avoiding our grief, and our, it masks, it looks like as anger or impatience, or that we're numbing out and wanting to, watch Netflix or eat or whatever it is, as a coping strategy, because it just can feel too much. So again, it's important to understand the different ways, because sometimes one person will minimize how they respond, or be triggered by how someone else is responding. So physical, you can also react emotionally, where you're crying a lot, right? Whereas the person who's maybe emotional doesn't understand the person who's going into action mode, and it's like you didn't. So the medicine of going through struggle, some people who are highly sensitive, when you're grounded, actually really thrive on these deeper conversations. This awakening that people are experiencing.
There's been times where I'm like, could I be depressed? Like, what's going on in my mind that I feel this weight? Because we're going through something very stressful. So yeah, I get that. I totally get it.
Yeah. And there's a lot of, cortisol in the brain, and it can fog our thinking. But sleep is very restorative. And so it's the attachments also that we have to the stories of like sleeping, like, oh, I'm being lazy, or I'm being weak, or worried, like what's going on. But if we can suspend that, so that's why it's helpful to understand that there are stages